everyone, welcome to another video of my cooking channel. In this video we are going to be making some rhubarb crisp. What we will need is 4 cups of rhubarb, some oats, 1/3 of a cup of cold butter, which is equivalent to about 5 tablespoons, some baking soda, some ground cinnamon, some brown sugar, some white sugar, and some flour. We will need to mix together all of the ingredients for the filling in a bowl. So we will need to mix together the rhubarb, half a cup of white sugar, which should look something like that, and 1 tablespoon of flour. And it should look like that. Then we are going to mix all of that together. And then once the ingredients for the filling are all mixed up, it should look like this. Then we will need an 8x8 baking dish. And then we will need to spray it with cooking spray. And then we are going to pour the filling mixture into the pan. And then we will need to make the topping for this rhubarb. Okay, and then for the filling, we will need 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Then I'm going to measure out the brown sugar. And if your brown sugar is a little hard, then that's okay. Then once you have about 3/4 of a cup, it should look like that. Then we're going to put that in. Then we will need 3/4 of a cup of flour. And it should look something like that. Then put that in. Then we will need 1/2 cup of rolled oats. And it should look something like that. Then we're going to put that in. And then we will need 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And it should look something like that. Then we will need 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. And it should look something like that. Then we are going to mix all that in together. Okay, and then once that is mixed together, it should look something like this. And then we're going to take our 5 tablespoons of butter and put that in. You can use either a potato masher, or you can always use one of these. Then we're going to have to cut that in. And if you want to, you can. Alright, and then once that is mixed together, it should look something like this. And then we're going to take this topping stuff and put it on top of the rhubarb filling. Then try to get it on there as evenly as you can. Once the topping is on top of the filling, it should look something like this. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees. We are going to bake it for about 30 minutes. Rhubarb crisp is all done baking. It should look something like this.